Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Tita Wati. My list ID number 095 and I'm from class G of English Education Department. So this video I wanna explain the second assignment about the genesis of discourse analysis instruction. The first question is, what should we learn the genesis of discourse analysis? Please explain your answer. We should learn the genesis of discourse analysis because it helps us understand how this field developed and where it comes from. Discourse analysis is closely related to many disciplines, especially linguistics, so knowing its history helps us see how it was formed. By studying its genesis, we can understand the discourse analysis did not appear suddenly, but it emerged from the development of linguistic theories such as traditional grammar, structuralism, and functionalism. Therefore, learning its origin gives us a clearer and deeper understanding of the concept and development of discourse analysis. The second question is, do you agree with saying that the development of discourse analysis theory is strongly influenced by the development of linguistic theories? Why? Explain your answer, the reason for your position. Yes, I agree. The text clearly states that discourse analysis is strongly influenced by the development of linguistic theories. In fact, linguistic theory is considered the foundation that gives rise to discourse analysis. This is because discourse analysis studies language use, both spoken and written, which is the main concern of linguistics. The developed stage of linguistic theories, traditional grammar, structuralism, and functionalism, act like steps that support the emergence of discourse analysis. Therefore, discourse analysis cannot be separate from linguistic theory. The third question is, what do you know of traditional grammar theory? What is traditional grammar theory? Traditional grammar theory is a study of grammar developed in the 18th and 19th centuries in Europe. It focuses on the structure and formation of words, morphology, and sentence syntax, with little attention to sound and meaning. B. What is the main principle of this theory? Its main principle is perspective, meaning it emphasizes that one standard form of language should be followed by all speakers. C. What do teachers who adopt the principle do in teaching a language? Teacher make strict rules and require students to follow correct grammar forms. Students are not allowed to use language outside the standard rules. D. What are the product of this theory? The product include many grammar books and dictionary. Murray's English Grammar used to guide correct language usage and identify common errors. E. What is the main shortcoming of this theory? Its main weaknesses is being too perspective. It limits learners because it only focuses on standard language and ignores real language use and variation. F. What are grammar translation method and its relation to traditional grammar theory? Grammar translation method comes from this theory. It focuses on reading and translating text, not speaking. It is teacher-centered, emphasizes grammar rules, and measures success through translation ability. The fourth question is, what do you know of structuralism theory? Structuralism is theory that studies language as a system of interconnected units. Ferdinand de Saussure said language consists of sign made of signifier, sound or form, and signified concept or meaning. Language is arbitrary and should be studied as a system. Spoken language is more important than written language, uses descriptive approach, not perspective, and language is learned as a unified system. It is a method using a native speaker informant as a model learner. Imitate the informant to learn the language. It reflects structuralism because it focuses on real language use and patterns. Drilling and repetition, habit formation, rote imitation. Teacher as model focus on correct structure and communication achieved after long practice. The main shortcoming of this theory, it does not emphasize cultural aspect of language enough and focuses too much on structure and drills. What is error analysis and what is the relation to the structuralism theory? Error analysis study learner mistake to identify learning problems. In structuralism, it is used to detect and correct errors to prevent learning from forming bad habits. Number 5. What do you know of structuralism theory? What is functionalism theory and what does Chomsky say about language? Functionalism study language based on this function is communication. Chomsky say language is not just imitation but comes from an innate ability competence that allow people to generate sentence. What are the difference between Chomsky view and Himes about language? Chomsky focuses on grammatical competence or structure and Himes at communicative competence used in social context. Main principle of this theory, language is a system for communication that includes both form and function and must be appropriately in social and cultural context. What is CLT method is relation to functionalism theory. Communication, language teaching, it based on functionalism. It focus on teaching language for real communication, not just grammar. The relationship between discourse analysis and functionalism theory is functionalism encourages studying language in context and focusing on meaning, purpose, and social use. This directly leads to discourse analysis, which study language in real communication situation. Maybe enough for me. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.